Hello, 7th graders. Welcome to the start of Chapter 7. We will be applying the information from the previous chapter where we simplified expressions. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be solving equations, which we have not done that yet. And so we're going to look at that. So first of all, to solve, all right, write this at the top of your page as we get started. To solve means to find the value of 1x equals, and then here, this would be a number, some number here, like 5. All right, that's what it means to solve. The goal is to get 1x, and you need to understand that. If you get those algebra tiles, which you're all going to be using them here, it means to basically get one of the blue x's, or you might just put positive x, and get that equal to maybe some squares. Okay, so that would be like 1x equals 3. Okay, so that's the game. The name of the game is to get 1x all by itself, and all of the solving we do. We're going to be doing a lot of this, all different levels of equations that we'll be solving. So this template is what you should have in front of you. We will all be using the algebra tiles a little bit. Today's purpose, please understand this, today's purpose is to show you how the algebra tiles can be used to solve. So I'm going to use very small, very simple numbers, but I expect everyone to be able to use them and see them and understand them when asked. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use this template to model it for you. This will be our first question, and what I need you to do is on your template, I did not fill the question in for you. I'm going to ask you to do that now, and we're going to start with a really simple one that I know you could solve in your head, but I want you to write it on your paper exactly like I am. Now put that equal sign right in the middle, and then I'd also like you to put a little dotted line down the page. It can be dotted or solid, that doesn't really matter. And what we have here is we have two different sides of an equal sign. So on this side we're gonna use this as our workspace to build the tiles. And on this side, we're going to use this side of the equation for here. Then down here, this is going to be the area where we'll actually show our work. And we're going to try to make the connection between the tiles and the work. Okay, so here's how it works. We have two sides of an equation. And on this side, we have 3 positive x. Now you're drawing it on your paper, so I have a pretty big advantage with my smart stuff. So go ahead and kind of separate that out. Space it out as much as you can. Put 1, 2, 3. You have 3x represented on this side, and on the right hand side you have 12. So put 3x drawing on the left, and I'll tell you right up front, when you do the right hand side, it'll help you to draw them kind of like neatly like I am here. I'm going to do a shortcut here so I can paste these on here faster, but you need 12 to be represented on the right. 12 squares, and I'm going to paste that one more time. Okay, and so there I have this equation is now represented. It's an equation because there is an equal sign. I have 3x on the left and 12 on the right. Now, what I expect you to be able to do is build it on the tiles, and then down here to show the work. And you have to record. You have to record what you do down here. So what we have right now is we have 3x here is equal to, and this side is 12. Now here's what we're going to do. Remember the name of the game. The goal is to get 1x all by itself, but we have 3x's. So what we're going to do is, what we really have here is we have like 3x's right here. I had you draw it spaced out. What we're going to do is we're going to take the 3x's and we're going to space them into groups of 1. So I have how many groups? I have 1 group, I have 2 groups, and I have 3 groups. If I have 3 groups, that means, now you can go ahead and draw a circle like this. In each group, I have 1x. So your drawing should look something like that, except you don't have the color. You probably just have x on there. I have 1, 2, 3 groups. Okay. Now as I go back to this page, remember the goal? To solve means to get one of those x's by itself. So if we sort that into 3 groups, well, what we have to do over here is we have to sort this into 3 equal groups. So if I have 12 and I sort this into 3 equal groups, I have 4 in every group. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3 groups, and each group has 4. Now let me show you how we record this. When I sorted this into 3 groups, what I did is I divided that by 3. See? 1, 2, 3. I divided 3x. That fraction means divided by 3. But we write it like this. And then I did the same thing to this side. And see, one of the rules of equations is to do to one side as you do to the other. So if I sort the left side into 3, I have to sort the right side into 3. This is what is happening with the math. I divided both sides by 3. Now if you see this right here, 3 divided by 3, guess what that is? That's 1x. That is the fact that I have 1x in each group. So if I have 3 groups here and 3 groups, the question is, how much does one group equal? And one group, 12 divided by 3, is 4. And one group has 4 in it. And that's my answer right there. That is the solution. So that is your answer. You've solved, you've won the game because you got 1x by itself. Now here's the beautiful thing about this. You can check. That's supposed to be a check mark. It's a really bad one. Check. You can check your answer if you take this value, 1x, and you substitute it in for x right there and see if that answer is true. Like here's what I mean. If I know that 3x is equal to 12, if x is 4, it is 4, I'm going to put it in there. 3 times 4 is 12. Is that true? Does 3 times 4 actually equal 12? It is true. Therefore, this is the right answer right here. 1x is equal to 4. Okay, so I took a long time to explain that, but it should go a little bit faster as we move along. And what I need to do now is show you what happens if we have a negative number in the question. So on the next slide, what we're going to do is test, sorry about that, for number 2, we are going to say, well, what if I have negative 5x here? Put the equal sign in that space. And I have 15 here. And let's look and see what happens, because this is a little strange thing happens, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. Well, let's set it up. All right, put 5 red x's or 5 negative x's on the left-hand side. Kind of sort them out like that. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to want positive 15. So I need 15 of these, so I'm going to do this as quick as I can, as I'm going to be pushing my time limit here in a minute. Okay, so there's 5. I'm going to try to copy those and see if I can do this a little faster. Paste and move them in there. So I've got 15 there. And paste them once more. Oh, I don't think I copied enough. I need 2 more. There is 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there it is. 5x equals 15. Let's draw that dotted line down the middle. Now remember, if I do something to one side, I have to do it to the other side also. Okay, so down here, record your work. You have negative 5x on this side. That is equal to 15 on this side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort these into groups of 1, which you really can't draw, but what you can write on your paper. Right, like this. Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your 5 groups, and each group has 1. Now right now it's a red X. We'll take care of that in just a minute. All right, so you have 5 groups of 1, so you can circle each one of those. 3. So you've divided them. You've divided them into 5 groups. Let's record that. You just divided that by 5, which gave me negative 1x. We'll deal with that in a second. So what you have to do over here is divide this into 5 groups. Okay, well, I've kind of already got it divided into 5 groups. Now, if we had them in front of us, we would actually take them like this, and we would go, you know, 1. It's like handing them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's my 5 groups. I'm going to just go across here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in each group of 5, look what I have. I'm going to draw it this way. This makes sense. There's a group of 3. So if I sort this into 5 groups, how many squares are in each group. Here's what I did. I divided by 5. 15 divided by 5. I divided that 15 by 5, and that gave me 3 tiles per group. Now, the question is that the answer? No, it's not, because this is a red X, right? This is a negative X. So what we have to do is we have to change the color on both sides, because the goal is to turn this positive. So I'm going to make these blue. I'm going to say, okay, that's 1. Here's what I just did. I divided it by -1. -1 divided by -1 is +1. So I'm going to make those positive X. And if I change the signs on all of these by dividing it by -1, then you have to change the signs of all of these. So I'm actually going to make these negatives. And so if I did that, how much would you have in one group actually? Right here you can see you'd actually have -3. So I divide this by -1, and you get 1x equals -3. All right, I'm going to stop the video here, and then I've got 2 more examples to show you that should go a little bit faster, and then we will be done. Okay, so get all that down and bring that back to class when I see you next.